Welcome back to Auto Insight, where we don't just talk about cars, we decode the ideas, engineering decisions, and future direction behind the machines shaping modern performance culture. Today we're taking a deep dive into one of the most important American sports cars ever made, a car that didn't just evolve but completely reinvented itself. This is the 2026 Chevrolet Corvette C8, and at this point, the mid-engine Corvette is no longer the experiment people once questioned. It's the new normal. And in 2026, it feels more confident, more refined, and more purpose-built than ever before. When Chevrolet flipped the Corvette to a mid-engine layout, it wasn't just about chasing lap times or competing with European exotics. It was about unlocking a performance ceiling the front-engine layout had finally reached. By 2026, that decision has fully matured. The C8's proportions still look exotic, but now the design feels settled rather than shocking. The stance is wider, the surfacing is cleaner, and the aerodynamic elements feel more integrated instead of aggressive for the sake of attention. Chevrolet has subtly refined airflow around the front splitter, side intakes, and rear diffuser, improving cooling and high-speed stability without sacrificing everyday usability. Under the skin, the 2026 Corvette C8 continues to focus on balance rather than brute force alone. The aluminum space frame has been further optimized for rigidity, while weight distribution remains one of the car's biggest strengths. This translates into a driving experience that feels planted and predictable, even when you start pushing well beyond what most drivers will ever attempt on public roads. The steering response is sharper, the chassis communicates more clearly, and the suspension tuning strikes an impressive balance between daily comfort and track capability. Powertrain-wise, the naturally aspirated V8 remains a core part of the Corvette's identity, and in 2026, Chevrolet continues to refine rather than replace it. Throttle response is immediate, the exhaust note is unmistakably Corvette, and the power delivery feels linear and confidence-inspiring. The dual-clutch transmission has also seen calibration improvements, delivering faster shifts and smoother low-speed behavior. Whether you're cruising through traffic or hammering down a straight, the drivetrain feels cohesive and purpose-built, not temperamental or overly complex. Inside the cabin, the 2026 Corvette C8 takes another step forward in quality and usability. Early criticisms about ergonomics and screen integration have clearly been heard. Materials feel more premium across the board, touchpoints are better thought out, and the driver-focused layout now feels less experimental and more intuitive. The digital displays are sharper, quicker to respond, and easier to customize, while physical controls for key functions remain where you actually need them. This is still a cockpit designed around the driver, but it no longer feels like it's trying too hard to prove a point. Technology plays a bigger role than ever, but Chevrolet has been careful not to let it overwhelm the experience. Driver assistance systems are more refined, adaptive, and less intrusive, while performance data systems continue to be one of the best in the segment. The Corvette doesn't just make you feel fast, it helps you understand how you're driving, where you can improve, and how the car is responding in real time. For enthusiasts who enjoy track days, this data-driven approach adds another layer of engagement rather than diluting it. What really defines the 2026 Corvette C8, though, is how complete it feels as a package. This is no longer a car you admire for its specs alone. It's a car you can genuinely live with. Ride quality has improved, cabin noise is better managed, and overall refinement makes long drives feel effortless. At the same time, when you switch into more aggressive drive modes, the C8 transforms instantly, reminding you that this is still a serious performance machine with race-bred DNA. From a market perspective, the Corvette C8 continues to challenge long-established hierarchies. It sits in a space where it can realistically be compared to cars costing significantly more, yet it maintains a value proposition that feels uniquely American. Chevrolet hasn't tried to turn the Corvette into something it isn't. Instead, it's embraced the idea that world-class performance doesn't need to come with world-class exclusivity pricing. In 2026, the Corvette nameplate feels more secure than ever. It has survived one of the boldest transformations in automotive history and come out stronger on the other side. The C8 proves that tradition and innovation don't have to be enemies. You can respect your past while still tearing up the rulebook when the moment demands it. The 2026 Chevrolet Corvette C8 isn't about chasing trends or copying rivals. It's about confidence, clarity of purpose, and execution at a level that forces the rest of the industry to pay attention. Whether you see it as a supercar killer, a daily drivable performance icon, or simply the most ambitious Corvette ever built, one thing is clear. The mid-engine era is no longer a question mark. It's the future, and the Corvette C8 owns it. That's it for today's deep dive here on Auto Insight. If you enjoy breaking down the ideas and engineering behind the cars shaping tomorrow, make sure you stick around, because the next evolution is always closer than it looks.